What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the Main Moto Show. So, here's one thing, and this is kind of a bad time for me to be talking about this because the whole coronavirus shutting down schools and colleges and everything's online now, and bars are closed and all this and that and the other and whatever. But in our everyday normal lives and whatever, without coronavirus and everything being shut down and everything, kids need to have shop classes and a common sense fucking class where they, like, okay, common sense class, we all know common sense, left, right, or to you, left, right, up, down, salt, pepper, right, wrong, yes sir, yes ma'am, no sir, no ma'am, please, thank you. You know, people aren't racist unless if they do or say racist things, and you know, how to manage money, how to how to pay bills, and all that type of stuff, that they need to learn for the real world and be taught, okay, shit isn't always fair and everything is not going to go your way, stuff like that. Now with shop classes, what I mean by that is, I graduated high school in 2009. I was lucky enough to take auto shop for all 4 years of high school electively, and then I also took ROTC for all 4 years of high school because I wanted to, right? So my freshman, sophomore, and junior year, I took 8 classes instead of the normal 6. And even my junior year, I had so many credits that I only needed to take like 4 classes my junior year and whatnot. But I still chose to take 8 because 2 periods were ROTC and then 2 periods were ROP Auto Shop, right? And then whatever. So actually no, I only had 2 mandatory classes, which was English and like some type of science or some shit, and then I had to have mandatory 2 electives, so I ended up having 6 elective classes and 2 mandatory classes, which were science and English or some shit like that. So I ended up having 3 periods of auto shop and 3 periods of ROTC, and then the English and whatever the science, whatever the hell it was, right? And then senior year, I only had to take civics, economics for 1 period and English for another period. Those were the only 2 classes that I had to take, which was first and second period, or second period and 5th period, which means I had to start school an hour later than everybody else, and then I could be gone for most of the day and come back around like 1 o'clock to take my final class. Well, I ended up taking first period ROTC again, second period civics, economics, third and fourth period was auto shop, 5th period was English. So, and I did take an elective wood shop there for about, I think, my freshman year as well. I also did welding my sophomore and junior year, just so I can have some, like, knowledge there with that. I'm not smart enough for all that shit, but I can kind of do some stuff with it, if I have to. And yeah, so we need to have more productive hands-on stuff like that, where kids can learn how to work on cars and work with wood, plumbing, wiring, and electrical stuff, welding, working with metal, and teach these kids like trade, experiences, so in that way they could, like, because not everyone's gonna be like going to band, like, nothing wrong with band class, I guess, but it's not really realistic, you know what I'm saying? And that's really not gonna do anything for you. I mean, some people do strike it lucky after high school with it, but not much, and art classes are not really going to do anything for you. And a lot of these other dumbass classes, I mean, even like home ed, is like cooking and shit like that. That's pretty useful. I mean, everyone should know how to be able to cook their own food, or some types of food, for when they get older, because you can't eat fast food all the damn time, and mommy and daddy aren't going to be making you food for the rest of your life either. So, home ed, like learning how to cook your own food, and common sense classes, for your everyday shit, and then auto shop, welding, wood shop, stuff like that. That's what should be in schools, man. That shit should really be pushed. So let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section below. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Y'all be safe. Love y'all. Bye.